So are you thinking about moving to Tampa, Florida? In this video, we're going to show you all around Tampa, Florida. We're going to take you through some of our favorite areas as far as dining and entertainment in neighborhoods and where you may or may not want to live, what may or may not fit your budget. If you stick around to the end, we're going to share with you some of the best kept secrets of Tampa, Florida.
And we're going to get after it right
now. If this is your first time on the channel, please make sure you like, subscribe, and tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to get all the market updates on Tampa, Florida.
My name is Debbie Diaz, and this is Andres Diaz with the Diaz Group of eXp Realty. Our team gets calls, emails, text messages every day from people just like you.
And you, and you, and you.
Looking to make that smooth move to Tampa. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, click our link, subscribe, like, tap that bell. We want to get you all the current information so you can make that smooth move to Tampa.
So as we mentioned, here we are in Tampa. Born and raised Tampanian. Yes, Tampanian's a word. I am born in Florida, raised in Tampa. Moved to Tampa at a young age of 8. So I consider myself a Tampanian too, sorry. Tampanian is a word. People that are born and raised in the Tampa Bay area like to call themselves that. We're going to talk a little bit about Tampa and what Tampa has to offer. This is a biased opinion because I really love the place. Everywhere I travel.
They haven't left.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere I travel, just like you, I'm sure you're wondering, how does this compare to home and what have you, or where do I live here? Everywhere I go, I really enjoy Tampa. Like, it's big enough. It's not too big. It's not too small. There's enough to do. What do you want to do? Champa Bay. We're known for championships for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you like sports, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Rays, the Lightning with the Stanley Cup, the Rowdies,
Bandits.
the Bandits. I mean, what's there not to like? We have very, very competitive sports teams. Even though the Rays is right across the Bay Area, which is in St. Pete, but it's still the Tampa Bay area. So you'll notice when people talk about Tampa Bay, they're gonna be talking about not only Tampa, but Tampa, Wesley Chapel, St. Petersburg, Land Lakes, Zephyr Hills, Riverview, Brandon, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Not now, but we do have a lot of links in our channel about many of these areas and more to come every single week. So as you're learning Tampa, make sure you like and subscribe and take a look at our channel. We have small segments on a lot of these areas that we're talking about. What's your favorite parts of Tampa?
My favorite parts of Tampa, well, probably would be the beaches, which probably isn't right in Tampa, but like he said, it's just right across the bridge.
So it's in the Tampa Bay area, right?
Yep, it is.
So the beaches, when you're looking at a map, we're gonna go all the way from Hudson down to Sarasota. You're gonna run into Clearwater Beach, one of the best beaches in the world.
Oh yeah, Clearwater, it's gonna bump up against Madeira, Reddington, Treasure Island,
Indian
St.
Rocks,
Pete,
Indian Shores.
St. Pete, Paso Grill, and you just keep on going.
Venice, we're gonna go down to Venice, Bradenton, that whole coast there. There's tons of coastline, tons of homes that you can get with water views.
Mm-hmm. If you're into fishing, absolutely, which is one of my loves. So fishing, you've got the Skyway Bridge where a lot of people go any time of the day, open all night long. You'll see people there at 2 in the morning. I've been there at 2 in the morning. Not him, I've brought our kids there and we'll go fishing off of the Skyway. There's places all along, like he said, Hudson, Tarpon Springs.
And then when we come back on this side of the bay, you can launch your boat at the Gandy, which is on this side of the bay. In the bay, you can launch on Davis Island. There's a place in the middle of the city, basically Rick's on the river.
Right.
You can take the river straight out, and I mean, you could see the river walk. You could ride right by the river walk. Beautiful area. You can stop, eat. That's Armature Works. You could walk, it's basically like a huge food court. You may want to look up Armature Works. It's like a huge food court with a great water view.
They got indoor dining, outside dining, lots of green space, so you can come and picnic. Kids can throw a ball, throw a frisbee, play chess.
You'll have people do weddings. There's weddings there, receptions. You name
There's
it.
actually an urban kai where you can rent paddle boards, kayaks, and you right from downtown can take off, go up the Hillsborough River, go around Harbour Island, around the bay. I mean, as adventurous as you want to be, and bring it right back to Armature Works. Turn in that paddleboard, kayak. Then you could even jump on a scooter and take that all around
You could
town.
take that scooter from downtown, a riverwalk area. You could take that into ChannelSide,
Yep.
Harbour Island. Some great places to live, folks. ChannelSide has tons of entertainment right now. It's got Sportsman's Wharf.
Yep.
Um,
You've got the port right there, so a lot of the cruise ships come into the port and they let out right there at ChannelSide.
the
So
Emily Arena is right
lots
there for the
of
Lightning.
things.
Then when you leave downtown, right on the other side of downtown, well, not necessarily leave downtown, but on the other side of downtown, you have Harbour Island. Beautiful condos, beautiful homes there as well. Lots of waterways, lots of water views, sky rises.
Davis Island, right across from Harbour
Then you
Island.
have Davis Island. Davis Island is a little bit older, more older homes. You have people right there now just buying homes really and knocking them
Tearing
down.
them down so they can
and
build monstrosities.
building some huge homes. So Tampa, talk a little bit more about Tampa. It's a culture, well, melting pot.
Very.
If you look at your history, I think it was all really started in Ybor City.
Yep, back in the early 1900s,
And with
lots of immigrants came over. You've got Italian, Spanish.
So the cigar,
Jewish, yeah.
the cigar industry is what brought this about,
Yep.
and they all came in, and now therefore we're called the Cigar City, right? You'll see a lot of people call Tampa Cigar City, and that's all in Ybor City. So Ybor City is the historic entertainment area. We'll talk a little bit about that now. Like we said, you'll still see some of the cigar factories there. You'll still walk down the historic area, and as you go out past little restaurants and shops and dining, you're gonna see a guy sitting there rolling a cigar in some of the cigar shops, and he'll have his guayabera on, and he'll be sitting there at a little table just rolling away.
Lots of Spanish and Italian influence throughout the Ybor City area. So it has become just a real melting pot.
So as we said,
Right.
Tampanians are known for speaking Spanglish. That's how you know you're speaking to a Tampanian, really. If you go to the heart of Tampa and they throw a couple English words, a couple Spanish words, a couple English words, that guy's probably a Tampanian.
Yep, this is true. This is true.
So that's Ybor City. There is homes there. There are homes there. It's
Somewhere, I'll be honest, growing up in Tampa, Ybor City was not known for a place where you want to actually live and raise a family.
It's lower income now. It's in a historical district.
You'll see, like if you're going down the main avenue, which is 7th Avenue in Ybor City, it's going to be shops, tattoo areas, bars, and then it's going to have apartments above it. A lot of apartments have come around that area.
Good Airbnb area.
Yes, they do have Hillsborough Community College, which is located right in Ybor City. So you do have a lot of college students and a lot of apartments around there. But I would have to say, because of the noise level because of the lower income, I don't think that it would be a place where I would want to live and raise a family. But to each their own. Because it was such a industrial type area with the cigar shops and things like that, there's a lot of industrial buildings that have been turned into lofts. So if you were looking for that industrial look with the brick walls, and
you still see actually brick roads in Ybor City. You'll
yeah.
see some red brick roads.
You'll see chickens and roosters running
Chickens
around
and
the
roosters.
street.
That's why you know you're in the center of Ybor there.
Right.
Big entertainment area more than anything right now. As we leave Ybor City, we talk a little bit about downtown, which is just right there next to Ybor. Then you're going to come to what they used to call West Tampa. It is to the west of Ybor City. It's nowhere near the
not
west side of Tampa anymore. There's plenty growth that way. But that West Tampa area now has a little spot called Midtown. We happen to have, don't click now, but we happen to have a video on Midtown. Midtown is just a really hip, trendy area now with a loft, rooftop bars and
everything,
entertainment.
salons, shops, lots of restaurants. More of that, I guess you would say maybe like a New York style vibe where you can live, work, play right there and just go back right up to your apartment and everything you need is right there. You've got grocery shopping, you've got barbershops, dentists, optometrists, everything.
Basically right after the name, Midtown, smack center in the middle of town it's all new, so everything looks great and just lively area, play area for the kids, what have you. So leaving Midtown, we're gonna take care of the south side of Tampa first. We're gonna go, as you leave Midtown, you're gonna pass, moving south, you're gonna pass Kennedy Boulevard. Your north-south dividers, Kennedy Boulevard. So as you leave Midtown, heading south, you pass Kennedy right away, and now you're in South Tampa. Again, don't click now, but we got a video on South Tampa.
South Tampa is going to be a little bit of what we call your old money.
Affluent,
In Tampa,
a nice
very
affluent area. A lot of your high-end professionals, doctors, lawyers,
Judges,
investment bankers, you
ball
name
players.
it. Just beautiful homes. Older, everything's much older, unless they've been torn down and something new built there.
So very rare to find a new home in South Tampa. Very rare.
As you get past South Tampa, well, South Tampa first, let's touch on this a little bit. South Tampa is great for your mom and pop restaurants, your boutiques, just very, how would I say, personal touch type thing.
Correct. You're not going to go through and see a bunch of chain restaurants.
Yeah, not too many franchises or things like that. So as you pass, as you're going down Dale Mabry, which is a main road, and you pass Kennedy, so you're in South Tampa, you're gonna get to Inner Bay. Getting there, now the area switches a little bit to an area called Inner Bay, which is right before the MacDill Air Force Base. Central Command, huge base, very, very popular. So that area is a little bit less affluent, if you will, than what's considered South Tampa, but still, you'll find some very nice homes.
Yes.
Also a much older area, but I would probably say a lot more affordable with some very nice tear downs that have been rebuilt, some nice modern homes there now as well. A lot of growth going on there.
There is. And Florida, we get our summer showers, and something that we do want to mention, not that we're trying to deter you from South Tampa, but there is a lot of lower areas around there. So when you're shopping for that home, you're going to want to be really cognizant of flood zones, because just a simple 30-minute shower can actually bring 5-6 inches of water pretty quickly. Nothing like flash flooding or anything like that you see in other states, but South Tampa is known to be just a little bit lower as far as the elevations. That's the word.
So as you get to the base, that's really the end of Tampa. So now we're gonna go north of Midtown, right? We'll just talk a little bit about north of Midtown, still coming down Dale Mabry Highway, which is gonna be your main north or south road in Tampa. You're gonna pass, as soon as you go north, you're gonna pass I-275 from Midtown, you're gonna pass 275, and then you're gonna get to Tampa Stadium, where the Bucks play, right smack in the middle.
Yep. You've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. Right across from that, you're gonna have Hillsborough Community College. We call it HCC, which is a great four-year institution.
But talking about sports, right next to Tampa Stadium, you have the spring training for the New York Yankees. So that really keeps that area there tailgating and pretty busy. Concerts, what have you, at the Tampa Stadium, and also with the spring training. Like you said, like Debbie said, Hillsborough Community College is right there. You go around the corner, you're gonna have International Mall. That's gonna be all your high-end stores. And then you're gonna have the airport, Tampa International Airport. Tampa International Airport is right on the edge of Tampa. So anything to the west of that, you're gonna have to get over one of the bridges. You're gonna have to go there's 3 bridges basically that are gonna get you across to Pinellas County. So Tampa's in Hillsborough County.
Right. You've got the Gandy, the Howard Franklin, and the Causeway. So those 3 bridges will take you over to Pinellas and to the beaches.
So that's Pinellas County. That's where the beaches are. That's where St. Petersburg is, the Clearwater, all the waterfront homes that we're talking about, and the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, coming back to Tampa, just past that stadium
area.
is gonna come Carrollwood or Greater Carrollwood,
Yep.
which is probably some of the first growth that went north of Tampa, 70s.
Yeah.
But in the 70s, that area was when it was taken off. So you're gonna see the very mature landscape, huge oak trees, older homes in the 70s, 80s. It's got its own flair to it, if you will. You'll get that. It's hard to explain really. But I don't know if vaulted ceilings is the word, or wood, but you'll see what I'm talking about. We'll post up some pictures of the Carrollwood homes, and you can see what we're talking about. So that's Carrollwood. You're gonna continue going north from that.
And you will
Northdale.
go into Northdale.
Northdale. So Northdale is the growth just kept going north, right? Very populated now. Tons of growth.
Everything you need,
Yeah, I mean,
right there,
you're
whether
basically-
you're in Carrollwood, Northdale, or going further north than that. There's going to be, again, you're on Del Mabry, so you still have tons of restaurants, tons of shopping centers, everything that you need, really, because you are pretty much smack in the middle. You'll then butt up to Lutz.
Yep, then you get to Lutz, and that's pretty much the end of Hillsborough County, and before you go into Pasco County. Now, if we come back into Hillsborough, and we started off, we're using Midtown really as our guide, right? You can go over to Seminole Heights if you're gonna go to the east.
Yep.
Seminole Heights has become that hipster,
Boho, just trendy, a lot of definitely mom and pop places.
it was an old industrial area that has turned into great restaurants and great bars.
So I actually grew up in Seminole Heights, and my dad was a mechanic. We had a car lot. We had a home in the rear, but that's going to be very typical of the Seminole Heights area. You're going to have tire shops, barber shops, just more.
But now you see a really cool bar that was an old gas station.
It was a gas station or a tire shop, and now we're sitting there.
It now has 100 different type of tap beers.
Right, or it's a brewery or just something cool like that. So that's what a lot of even like the little mini marts that we used to drive through as kids are now just little ice cream shops. It's just a neat fun area. So after Seminole Heights, you'll be going more towards Ybor City again.
Yes, and so we're talking about the areas that people ask us a lot of questions, right? So then we'll go to like Brandon. Brandon's over there. Brandon probably really took off in the late 80s, late 80s.
Yeah.
That's probably the time that it took off way back. It was, you still see some of it, large acreage, horses, things like that. Extremely populated now, don't get me wrong,
Right.
but you still do see your
5 acres
Yeah.
with some horses
with some
or
horses
some
and
goats.
pickup
You'll have
trucks and
Brandon, Valrico, and then it bumps into like Lithia, Riverview.
Lithia has a great community called Fishhawk. You may want to look into Fishhawk if you're looking to move into like that master plan type community with the amenities and all that good stuff. Moving south from that, you got Riverview. The Tampa Bay area is just a melting pot of greatness in my eyes. It's just
There's a mix. There's everything.
there's a little bit of everything. There's growth in our area. I like to say we live where people like to vacation. So if you want to hear more about Tampa, make sure you like, subscribe, tap that bell for notifications, and you'll be the first to get all the market updates as we really hyper focus into more of these areas that we just spoke about. We just kind of wanted to keep it broad today, but we do hyper focus on this on our channel. Make sure you take a look, and again, like, subscribe, tap that bell for notifications. See you around town.